Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. All matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give a about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Q-Bone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back when I'm banging, produced a. You got no chance. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we hold the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm ballin' like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. This is not a game, this is not a game. Banging on your chest when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14, and able to take it past the 25. 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. Room here to run. The 40, 30, 10, 5, and he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. I know it's tough to make tackles in the open field, but that one hurts because he got a little bit extra after the missed tackle.
Receivers are coached so well, they have to break at least one tackle after the catch. He did that on that play.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he wisely will throw that one away.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Open man downfield is Ridley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former Falcon, Desmond Trufant. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, It's been pretty sensational.
Here we go.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, his defense for the Falcons, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 and the 6. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Mixon will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 1, ready?
They'll run with Mixon, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
33 rail.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said,
trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
6, 7.
They'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. He'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley.
He's got the first down and more than that. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
38. No red. Blue striker. Red striker. Red.
Back to throw again. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are back within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 13-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Gun. Stop. 11 Palmer.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow
Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
The Bengals at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here we go.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
11, empty, take. Gotta go.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Here we go.
Burrow going for it on 4th.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 40. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Bengals 13.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Taken from about the 12. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
11.
On third down, Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd.
Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 20. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No surprise he was targeted on that play because you and I both know quarterbacks like guys who can catch the ball. But they actually expect that. They love the guys who do something with it after the catch.
Impressive making him miss on that tackle attempt.
11, mighty. 11.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd.
Here we go. Here we go.
Mixon again, and he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2.
The play lost a yard. It's now
3rd and goal. Burrow. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
I know we saw the pass and the completion and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it. Because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside, that blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
And the defense, they weren't fooled at all.
No, not at all. Boy, were they aggressive on that one.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Eleven empty.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow, rolling to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 4 yards. And now with that completion, he's
statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Arnold Ebiketie has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
On is the punter Long here as he sends this one away.
This is taken around the 12. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Cordarrelle Patterson, touchdown, Falcons. Cordarrelle Patterson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Taken from about the 12.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They can certainly use it down by 2 scores. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First and 10, it's Patterson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're punting.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
They'll try again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
11. Terrible hot. 11.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Green jacket. Black ultra.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Right back to Pitts again.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
This is fielded at the 27. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Their own 42-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Drill 52. Right, white. Six, mega.
They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Right, blue. Red, yellow. Hey, blue. Field, left.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Williams to return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 2.
The offense on third down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8.
11-90.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Taking it about the 16. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
176 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
On the double.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Watch out now, 52.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. On the return is Williams. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Ja'Marr Chase.
67 yards.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams would take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
11. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Again, it's Mixon. And he gets it down to the 32.
The question for Mixon was, after an injury-riddled 2020, would he be back to his old self in 2021? And not only was he back, he was even better. He set career highs across the board, finished top 4 league-wide in yardage and touchdowns.
Mixon will try the right side. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go, here we go.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
11 mighty. 11. 12.
Burrow looking to pass. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
The battle in the trenches, never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
11 MT paint.
Mixon up the middle. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22.
But he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
11 minus.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
12. 11 coming.
Now Burrow.
And he finds his target, Ebron. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And here's another kneel down as he'll try to set up the game winner. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game.
So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Cincinnati, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.